All right, last lesson we're going to do here, lesson 4 in the statistics unit for Math 10, is deciding on an appropriate measure of centrality. So whether we should choose the mean or the median to represent our data set. So what we learned in the last lesson is that you want to choose the mean. The mean is great, and we use it a lot if there are no outliers. You want to choose the median if there are 1 or 2 extreme outliers. The reason you want to do that is because the mean, when there's like really big outliers, are going to pull that mean down or upwards so that it doesn't really accurately represent the data very well. And we saw that in the last lesson. The median is not affected by outliers because it's just the middle number. So those extreme numbers on either end don't change what the median would be. So let's look at some examples. Okay, so the average daily temperatures in Vancouver, BC for 1 week in July were, okay, so we've got all of these numbers. Let's list them in order. So we've got 24 is the lowest, 25, 25, and then we had, I'm going to just cross them out as I write them so I don't lose track. And then I had 2 28s, and then a 29, and a 30. Yes, I got them all. Perfect. So there's 7 days here represented. So let's calculate the mean. So I'm going to add up all these numbers. I'll just do that on my calculator. Okay, so I have 24 plus 25 times 2 plus 28 times 2 plus 29 plus 30. 189, I'm going to divide that by 7. I get 27. Okay, median is just the middle number. So I like to just cross things off until I get to the middle. It's 28. Okay, what do you think is the best measure of centrality here? So let's first look and see if there's any outliers. There aren't. Okay, there's no clear outliers. There's no number that's like, I mean, you're always going to have a lowest and a highest score number, of course, but 24 and 30 are pretty close together. There's no number here that stands out as like totally different. So there are no outliers. That means the mean is a really good measure. Although the median's also good, it's pretty close to the mean anyway, so both numbers are pretty good measures of centrality here. Let's look at another example. This one is another practicing piano question. We've got a frequency chart here. So remember, the frequency chart shows the data just in a more visual way compared to a list. So this person practiced piano for 0 hours only one time. They never practiced for 1 hour in the week. They practiced for 2 hours one time. They practiced for 3 hours 3 times. And then they did 4 hours 5 times. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks represented here. So let's list the data. We had 1 0, 1 2, 3 3s, and 5 4s. Okay, so let's do the mean, median, and mode, and then talk about which one is best to represent the data. So for the mean, we add up all these numbers. You get 31 when you do that, and you divide by 10. So you get 3.1 hours per week. So we'd say on average, this person practices about 3.1 hours per week. Let's do the median. The median is the middle two. There's 2 numbers in the middle, 3 and 4. So it'd be 3.5. So it's a little higher than the mean. And then the mode is what's the most common? And the most common number I see there is 4. Okay, so we have 3 different numbers to represent this data set. Oops. On average, she practices 3.1. The middle number is 3.5, and the number that occurs the most is 4. So it says here now, discuss which measure you think is best. So we do have a pretty extreme outlier there. We have that 1 0. maybe she was sick that week, or maybe she went on vacation, right? There could be a good explanation for that 0, but it's definitely skewing that mean lower than what's happening typically, because the mean is saying 3.1, but she only practiced, most of the time she's practicing more than 3 hours. So that 3.1 is kind of skewing a little bit lower. So there is an outlier, the 0 hours, which skews the mean downwards. So I would say the median or the mode are best. .5 seems like pretty good, or even saying that she practices 4 hours per week most of the time is also pretty good as well. So when there are outliers, you want to avoid using the mean, or you want to use a truncated mean instead. The median and mode can be better in that case.